Tickz review: another shady broker exposed? The Forex industry is full of brokers claiming to offer the best trading conditions. But how many of them are actually legit? Today, we're looking into Tickz, a broker that presents itself as a serious player in the market. But is it really? Or is it just another scam hiding behind a flashy website and fake promises? At first glance, Tickz seems like a standard broker offering trading services and supposedly being in business since 2009. But when we started digging deeper, the cracks started to show: a fake license, suspicious registration details, and a complete lack of real trader feedback. These are just a few of the warning signs. So, what's really going on here? Is Tickz a broker you can trust? Or is it just another scam waiting to disappear with traders' money? Let's break it down and see what the facts say. Key red flags. Fake license from Misa, which provides zero trader protection. No user reviews on Trustpilot, meaning no transparency or credibility. Claims to be active since 2009, but domain was only registered in 2020, exposing a likely lie. No information about account types, platforms, or leverage, which is highly unusual for a broker. Conclusion: Tickz hides too much critical information, operates under a worthless offshore license, and has no real trader feedback. Everything about this broker screams scam. Tickz scam investigation. Argument 1. Domain creation date. When we started analyzing Tickz, one of the first things that caught our attention was its domain registration date. Why is this important? Because a broker's credibility is often reflected in its history. A legitimate brokerage typically has years of operational history, transparent financials, and a well-documented track record. Now, let's look at Tickz. The broker claims to have been established in 2009. Sounds solid, right? But here's the problem. Their domain was only purchased on the 10th of September, 2020. That's an 11-year gap. This discrepancy is a massive red flag. If Tickz has supposedly existed since 2009, why didn't they secure their domain earlier? A legitimate company wouldn't wait over a decade to register their online presence, especially not in the digital age, where having a website is crucial for customer outreach and trust building. It gets worse. Many scam brokers use this exact trick. They invent a fake founding year to appear more established than they really are. Why? Because traders are less likely to trust a brand new broker with no track record. By falsely claiming to have been around since 2009, Tickz hopes to fool traders into believing they are experienced and reputable. So, what does this tell us? The fact that their domain was created in 2020, not 2009, strongly suggests that Tickz is misrepresenting its history. This is not the kind of deception you'd expect from a trustworthy financial institution. Tickz scam investigation. Argument 2. Fake license. One of the most critical factors in determining whether a broker is legitimate is its regulation and licensing. A proper financial license ensures that a broker operates under strict rules, follows transparent procedures, and can be held accountable in case of fraud. So we dug into Tickz's so-called regulation, and what we found was far from reassuring. Tickz claims to be regulated by MISA, Mwali International Services Authority. If that name doesn't sound familiar, don't worry, you're not alone. MISA is not a real financial regulatory body in the traditional sense. It's based in Comoros, a tiny island nation with virtually no oversight on financial activities. Brokers who register under MISA do so because they know they won't be held accountable for misconduct. Why would a legitimate broker choose such an obscure, meaningless license instead of registering with respected regulators like FCA, UK, ASIC, Australia, or CISEC, Europe? The answer is simple: because real regulators wouldn't approve them. This is a common scam tactic. Many fraudulent brokers purchase fake or weak licenses from jurisdictions that don't enforce any rules. That way, they can appear regulated on paper while still operating like a complete scam in reality. In short, Tickz's license is worthless. It provides no protection to traders, no legal backing, and no oversight. If Tickz decides to disappear with your money tomorrow, there's no regulator to turn to. Real brokers take licensing seriously. Tickz, on the other hand, is using a fake license from a shady offshore entity. That alone should be enough to make you think twice. Tickz scam investigation. Argument 3. Suspicious reviews and lack of transparency. One of the best ways to gauge a broker's reputation is by analyzing customer reviews. Real traders leave feedback about their experiences, and patterns quickly emerge, whether positive or negative. So, we checked Trustpilot for Tickz reviews, expecting to find some insights, and Guess what? There are no reviews at all. That's right, Tickz has zero presence on Trustpilot. No positive reviews, no negative ones, just complete silence. And that's extremely unusual. Why is this a red flag? Because even new brokers tend to have some level of online discussion. Traders talk, forums exist, and people share their experiences. But Tickz? It's like it doesn't exist. This is a classic move by scam brokers who deliberately keep a low profile to avoid scrutiny. Here's what this tells us. No trader engagement. If Tickz were a legitimate broker, at least a handful of traders would have shared their experiences. The fact that there's nothing suggests that Tickz either has no real customers or actively removes any negative press. No transparency. Brokers usually encourage traders to leave reviews to build trust. The absence of any feedback means Tickz isn't even trying to prove its credibility. Fake review tactics. Many scam brokers resort to flooding Trustpilot with fake 5-star reviews. The fact that Tickz hasn't even done that suggests one of two things. Either they are extremely new, despite claiming to be around since 2009, or they are avoiding reviews altogether to keep a low profile before pulling an exit scam. Legitimate brokers are proud of their reputation and openly engage with traders. Tickz, on the other hand, is a ghost in the online trading world. No reviews mean no accountability. That's a dangerous sign. If no traders are talking about them, it likely means they don't want to be found until it's too late. Tickz review. Final verdict. A classic scam in disguise. After thoroughly investigating Tickz, the conclusion is clear: this is not a broker you can trust. Everything about it screams scam tactics, from its fake licensing to the misleading claims about its history. Let's break down the key points once again. Lies about its founding year. Tickz claims to have existed since 2009, but its domain was only registered in 2020. That's an 11-year discrepancy. Why the need to lie? Because a long history builds trust, and scammers know it. Fake regulation. Tickz operates under an offshore, meaningless license from Misa, Comoros Islands. This regulator provides no real oversight, meaning your money is completely unprotected. No trader reviews. Trustpilot, one of the most popular platforms for broker feedback, has zero reviews on Tickz. Either no one is using this broker, which is bad, or they are actively avoiding reviews to prevent negative exposure, which is worse. Lack of transparency. No real information on account types, leverage, or even trading platforms. Any legit broker would proudly display this information, but Tickz keeps it hidden because they don't want traders asking too many questions. So, what's the reality? Tickz is a ghost broker scam that exists just long enough to steal deposits before vanishing. There's no protection, no accountability, and no reason to believe this broker is anything other than a money trap. If you're looking for a safe and regulated trading experience, stay far away from Tickz. There are plenty of legitimate brokers out there. This one isn't one of them.